Okay, so I'm about to watch something here that my sons them sometimes watch. Whenever they listen to this person, I just simply just. But apparently, it might be something interesting about them. And you know how something that you think would be like completely like, okay, it's no, I couldn't do this, and I still can't. But some of you might. And anyway, it's this guy. They call him Chills. He narrates over certain videos. Like pretty much a lot of them are supposed to be like scary like videos in particular. But his voice is something that I personally just can't really get with. But just for the sake of everything that's going on, to give us a little bit more variety, as you can see tonight, I'm going to be throwing different things in here. So anyway, this is supposed to be 12 scary videos experts can't explain with this guy narrating it. So I'm going to leave it to y'all to say what y'all want to about it. It's like, I guess like people say about beer, it's an acquired taste. Not the videos per se, but the boy's voice. So yeah, I'm going to let y'all be the judge on it. Don't try to say it off of what I'm looking like, but here we go.
Scary videos that experts can't explain. Watch out because these videos will seriously freak you out. Number 12. A YouTuber named Rocky Mills is doing some kitchen renovations. When he thinks he hears movement coming from the basement of an otherwise empty home, he turns his camera on for legal reasons and goes to confront whoever or whatever is down there. The brave handyman gets no further than the mouth of the basement when he encounters something that makes him quickly change his mind.
Hello?
The door slams shut and somehow nobody is on the other side. When Rocky opens it exactly 2 seconds later, taking an angry tone with the intruder only seems to make things worse.
Who is it?
Rocky Mills runs for his life and drops the camera face up. Approximately 19 seconds later, we hear no approaching footsteps, and the camera gets kicked into a 360 by something on its way back downstairs. I guess when you're a spirit who wants everything to stay the same forever, a home remodeling project is a serious threat that must be ended then and there. Number 11. A Russian YouTuber named Fickfoss decides to feed a bear a late-night fish snack through his window. There's only one problem.
Crazy.
Supplies are limited, and the bear seems to want to help itself to everything at once. Multiple times it has to be reminded to mind its manners, and at 24 seconds you can see for yourself that I'm not exaggerating when I say its paw is the size of your head, with long black claws the size of your whole finger. Feeding time becomes less fun when you realize the only way to close this window is by reaching out into the darkness past the hungry bear's mouth to grab this latch. They wait until it walks away satisfied before closing
Just throw the food
window.
on the ground and pull it.
Thankfully, it didn't try to get in this
That's all.
time.
Throw the food on the
Bears
ground
have
and
a
pull it
long
closed.
memory,
Crazy for
and
feeding it
surely
anyway.
It will be back when it's hungry. Perhaps next time for them if no fish is available. Number 10. A YouTuber named Stephanie Famelli hears screaming coming from her daughter's school bus. Multiple kids shouting at the top of their lungs, not necessarily for help, but completely terrified from the sound of it. The driver is shouting something back at them, but to no avail. She creeps up on them without making a sound, but just when Stephanie is about to see for herself what the screaming is all about, the bus suddenly pulls away around the corner, kids yelling all the while.
Freddy Krueger. It's the Freddy Krueger bus.
According to her daughter, the kids were screaming that for no reason other than to make the driver mad, but we all know that sometimes kids will make up stories when the truth is too uncomfortable to say, and considering the bus driver was replaced soon after, who knows what was really happening in there. Number 9. In 2007, a YouTuber named Ben Ems uploaded this video made by his friend, Levi, who is reciting some lines for a play, when something appears in the window.
I wish you were here.
The resolution is good for a YouTube video that's over 13 years old, so I don't think it's computer effects, but I do think it's planned. This is the reflection of someone who is probably standing behind the camera, not behind Levi. The upper corner gets brighter when they turn on the light to make the reflection appear in the window. So while this video is creepy, I doubt it's as real as Ben claims. Number 8. Urban explorer Steve Ronan is exploring a town by a lake that was opened in the 1950s and had a very dark history. They had an entire arena where dogs were forced to do horrible things and had multiple passings in the town under strange circumstances. It has since been abandoned and is now considered a ghost town with paranormal energy. Steve explores the area with some locals who show him around. While the entire exploration has some seriously creepy vibes, there's 2 parts in particular that are especially frightening. At 12 minutes and 20 seconds, Steve says he caught a demon on camera. Do you see it here?
Right here. There's
And again at 31 minutes and 20 seconds, Steve says more paranormal activity is caught on tape here.
same with this. Look, even this mirror over here. You can see the reflection of the door. And my flashlight. But you can't even see me.
Overall, I would stay far away from that ghost town. Number 7. A Swedish YouTuber named Headgear, aka Daniel Olsson, has a paranormal corner of their home that always seems to be shuffling objects around. All Daniel has to do is set up a camera and wait. So everything from a phone to a baby monitor is making small movements one after the other. Most of the objects are already halfway off camera though, so therefore moving them wouldn't be that hard to fake. If that blue box moved in the back, I would be more convinced. Also, the fact that nothing on the top shelf moves makes me all the more suspicious. But hey, I guess the Poltergeist could have just been interested in the bottom row. I wish he got more of the bottom area. Too show he wasn't moving stuff around himself. But to be fair, I think Daniel was also trying to get the mirror in the shot. Based on this next video I'm about to show you, at 5 seconds something smacks his camera, yet we see nothing in the mirror. Then this strange shadow makes barely discernible movements in the upper corner of the room, hardly visible unless you know where to look, and even then still fairly difficult to see. Number 6. Something strange happens every night in the room of a YouTuber named Sumi, and it happens at 3 a.m. The door looks fully shut with the latch in place.
No, it don't.
So that means
It's
somehow
not
the
fully
door
shut. You
opens
see the little
without
part
the knob
sticking out right
turning,
there.
and then continues to open with nobody on the other side. It's a lightweight door, but even if the house was built on a
called
slope or
fishing
something,
line.
I don't think it would open that easily. Plus, if this really does happen at 3 a.m., like Sumi claims, then there's just no question in my mind that A, their whole house is haunted, and B, it's time to install a law. Number 5. A British YouTuber named Joe Weller learns from his friend Elliot of a haunted schoolhouse nearby that was built in the 1800s. They agree to go in the middle of the night to make it all the more legitimate and scary. This place is abandoned, and yet there's a black gap where the curtain's been particularly drawn back, just enough for someone to peek through. Or maybe this is a shadow person leaning out. Joe wants to turn around before the sight of barbed wire, but Elliot convinces him to jump
Barbed
over
wire?
and go inside.
Oh, barbed
Someone
wire.
must have really wanted to keep people out of here, or maybe it's to keep something contained within. They walk around the back way and ivy is creeping along the walls, so nobody lives here. But wait, someone's at the window, a pale ghost girl. While over a dozen people see her, can you? And when he shines his light on it, it's gone. Number 4.
What?
Alright, just like a quick check-in. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's doing it.
A TikTok video made by Kristen Parham has people wondering if she needs to call an exorcist or an electrician.
I'm not making this up. They're flickering again.
Some of the lights look brighter and flicker. It could be loose light bulbs rather than the spirit world. But the weird thing is sometimes they do this, sometimes they don't. If you are an electrician, then let us know in your professional opinion whether she's being dramatic or if the worst is yet to come. Number 3. A YouTuber named Rata Negra Mago is positive that his house is haunted, and he claims to have the evidence to back it up. The kid's toy moves across the table and I don't see a string. Then a bottle falls off the table. There are no shadows coming from the other room when it happens. No one is around. And right before it happens, this strange traveling light appears. Looks paranormal to me. 4 days later, he catches this object moving all by itself. This one I find a little harder to believe, because I feel like it's definitely in their grandma's line of sight. I mean, how could you miss a bright green reflective bag doing 360s for almost a full minute is beyond me. She must have been fully absorbed in her show. I have my doubts about this one, but at the same time I don't know how they're doing it, so maybe it's real. This final video taken almost a year later is perhaps the oddest of all. This hanging ornament begins moving in place with nothing to help get it started. Yes, it's by an open window, but there's no wind. The leaves on this plant don't move, and neither does this towel hanging over a chair. And it's not the air conditioner either, because this connected red string doesn't move at all. And if you're still not convinced, take a listen. At 1 minute and 20 seconds, this phantom light reflects across the stereo glass, though to be fair, it could just be a member of the family. Number 2. The Southern Arizona Ghost and Paranormal Society teams up with fellow ghost hunters, the Mission Creeps, to investigate the ever-so-haunted Oliver House in Bisbee, Arizona. 26 people are said to have lost their lives here over the years, the most famous being a man named Nat Anderson, whose wife disposed of him with 2 rounds after learning of an affair. Now gathered in the historic bedroom of the Oliver House, they call upon Nat Anderson and possibly get a response.
Somebody told us that Nat Anderson was here. Is Nat still here?
This is one of the clearest paranormal voices I've ever heard. It sounds distinct, yet in the same room as them. I'm wondering if this was edited in, and I'm especially looking for the opinion of any sound technicians. Here it is one more time. Maybe it's just me, but I'm detecting a hint of sarcasm in the voice, so maybe it was Nat Anderson being funny by saying he wasn't there, or maybe it was a different ghost who is tired of this question altogether. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds, because I upload 4 new scary videos every week. If you're curious about what I look like in real life, then go to my Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT and tap that follow button to find out. Number 1. 2 friends are just kidding around when one of them goes running up the steps laughing and smiling, probably to grab the camera, I guess. There's a pause as if the 2 of them see something, and then a scream that doesn't match their playful laughter seconds ago. Most people agree that she was just being silly and slipped, but others feel she was dragged down by something that was with them both. She doesn't scream as she falls, but it happens so fast that she might have been too surprised. You really shouldn't watch.
I have no idea what this guy is talking like this for, and it really would be interesting to really see what he looks like, so I'm gonna go over to his Instagram page to see what he looks like and ask possibly why does he even talk like this. No, y'all know how I am about this stuff. There is no way. I'm sorry. I've been on this earth for 38 years, been around a ton of crazy stuff, and none of this stuff ever happens to people I know or people that I'm around. This is called 12 Scary Videos Experts Can't Explain, but then Chills goes on to explain. I know he might say he's not an expert, but some of this stuff, what needs to be explained? You crazy, like for instance, you sitting there feeding a bear out of a window. That's crazy already within itself. You're going to end up having that bear having something called a memory. That bear is going to be expecting to come there and get food all the time now. And if you don't have food, now the bear can just pretty much put his hand on the window if you have it shut and just bust it and come in there thinking that that's where I can always come to get some food. As far as the other stuff going on in here, like the guy that was in the home doing some renovations, heard something downstairs. It's like, why that day? Why not from the first day that he started working there that stuff didn't happen? You know what I mean? Why did he drop his camera when he ran? He dropped it out of fear. Yeah, I'm sure. Ain't nobody trying to drop their phone. So no, not believing that one right there. And then on top of that, he had the camera right there. Let me give y'all something here. If I have my camera right here, right? See this case that is in? All I have to do is put a little, get a fishing line and put a little knot on it and put it inside this case and have my phone is act like I'm going in and recording. I can drop my phone to where it lands like it does. And all I got to do is just pull the phone with the fishing string, however it spins. Because what is the ghost going to sit there and say, I'm going to spin this phone just so I can scare people? I mean, come on now. I just get a little bit. This stuff just doesn't, this paranormal stuff doesn't bother me. I know some of y'all believe in it. But I said it before and I'll say it again. If there's a show that's out there and you guys can share this video, I would love to go on one of these so-called haunted places to show y'all nothing's going to happen. I would love to go in somewhere where these people are claiming this stuff is going to happen. They won't have me on there because it's going to ruin their ratings and all. That's going to ruin how many people are watching. I will go right there, sit on the edge of a bed with somebody and say, Nat, are you here? No, get out of here. Come on now. For one, why do you got to be so cliche and stereotypical of these ghosts and everything like that, moving stuff? For what reason? You see this right here? We're sitting here right now, right? And if I sat there and all I got to do is have one of my sons sit in the background, and I can have a fishing line tied to one of these little things, my bingo ball right here. I can have a fishing line tied there, and while I'm sitting here talking to you guys, I can just have him moving in small little spurts or whatever like that, and I can come back. Number 18, a YouTuber named Modern Renaissance Man was doing a live recording when his bingo ball that he uses to roll out songs for subscribers moved. MRM did not notice it, but the viewers sure did, and it gave them quite a scare. Get out of here. Get out of here. Ain't nothing. If y'all, nothing's right here is going to move and twitch and all that on its own. So, I mean, come on now. And why I got to be so cliche if the ghost is no. If there was something right there, it would talk just like me and you were talking. Why I got to be so, ooh, or no, help me. Why can't it talk normal? It can just be like, no. I mean, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm sorry, y'all. No, I'm not going to believe none of this stuff. And then the kids screaming on the bus. How many times, if you rode the public school bus, how many times have you been on the bus and you screaming, you driving the bus driver mad? They say you can clearly hear the bus driver saying something to the kids and the kids are screaming, but nobody know why the kids are screaming. It's probably because they just found out that they ain't got school for the rest of the year, so they going crazy, mad, happy. So anyway, okay, so moving on. Other stuff, somebody recording, the dude recording, like he seemed like he's doing an audition and then all of a sudden some stepped out to the side. Yeah, that's lame right there. No. The one dude who went to a ghost town, all of a sudden somebody said, there's a demon sitting right there. It's like, come on. Why today? Why there? Why with all this stuff going on, why are these so-called spirits just want to hang out in towns, ghost towns and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Me and my brothers, we were little, even cousins and people that play in the neighborhoods. Y'all that's watching this right now that grew up with me, y'all know we went into abandoned houses and abandoned buildings and stuff all the time. When did we ever encounter any of this stuff? I guess the ghosts are prejudiced or racist too because they didn't like black folks, but no. But I'm just saying, man, why now? Why is all this stuff happening when they just happen to be doing it? If he visited this ghost town every single day and something happened, I'd be like, oh, okay, I still wouldn't believe it. I'd be like, oh, okay, well, but why? He visited this ghost town one time and it just happened to be this day that this stuff happened because the ghost, this is the reason why the ghost ran the people out. And I know some of y'all can come back with me, giving me some stories and all this stuff like that, but still, it's not going to happen. I don't care who you are, whether you are a person that have these type of things going, like have this type of belief and think that this can be done, or like somebody can send something your way and all this. So, I mean, what does this mean? You know what I mean? For any of my stuff right here to move, for what reason? To do what? And if it doesn't scare me, what? The girl sitting there saying, oh, every night at 3 o'clock, I have my phone right here and I record it and my door just happens to open. Same exact thing. All I got to do is take some tape, right? Take some tape. I can take tape. And if I got my door shut, let me see if I can see myself so I can make sure I'm giving y'all a good illustration. Okay. If this is me facing my door like this, I can take a piece of tape and put it on this side right here with fishing line underneath the door, right? I can have the camera with this hand looking at my door, and with this hand, I can just pull the fishing line to make the door shut. So you can't see it. You know what I mean? Then they say the door is completely shut. If you look again, the door was not shut. The little, I don't know what you call it, the little part that goes into the little hole when you shut a door. Like when you turn the door knob, the little piece that comes out like this and goes in and out. That was already sticking out if you go back and watch the video. So, no, I'm sorry. Then random phone, you setting the camera on a particular spot for what reason? Because stuff always moves there, so you're just going to do it. And if there is a ghost in there, you do know, okay, the ghost sitting there like, wait a minute. He got a camera up here. Why would a ghost want you to see that? If a ghost is messing with you, apparently the ghost is not trying to be seen. They just want to terrorize you. So if the ghost is in your house 24/7 watching everything that you do, the ghost is seeing you set a camera up. Why would the ghost sit there and do anything? It's just like a criminal. If you know that a place has cameras and all that all around it, why are you going to try to go and break in there? You're going to try to find some other way so you can't get caught. You know what I mean? So, no. So I know I'm making a lot of people mad because I know some people, y'all strongly believe in this and whatever like that. And I don't hate on you for doing that. And then, the guy that went to the yard said there was a girl in the window. On my software, I actually paused the video and cropped it and zoomed in. There is nothing there. What looks like a girl's face is actually the distance of the dude's reflective light from the flashlight. And then what looks like her hair is nothing but just the darkness of the door that's within the house. So, no. And then the flickering of the lights, bang, bang, bang. I mean, power surge, something, you know what I mean? Could be the wrong wattage in there, anything, of course, with the grandma and the little girl sitting there, the green bag moving, blah, blah, blah. No, absolutely not. I'm sorry. She would have saw that bag moving and would have said something. It would have been quite obvious. But still, guys, I'm sorry. That's not gonna do anything for me. I have a huge family, okay? Huge family. I got a ton of friends and have a ton of subscribers. Nobody has ever contacted me, knowing what I do as far as ministry goes, talking about performing an exorcism. Nobody has ever contacted me, ever mentioned anything to me, ever told me that they're struggling with something because something is in their house and making stuff move. And again, my point in saying that is if it is moving in your house or stuff is sliding, for what reason? For what reason? To scare you? If the fact that you are even alive right now should say something, because if anything demonic wants to kill you, why don't it just kill you? Why I got to sit there and move stuff in your house, make a picture move, make a object move, slide something across the floor, open a door? For what reason? If it doesn't, just say, hey, you know what I mean? So no, I don't believe that. But again, this guy name is Chills, and apparently he's one of those people that, like I said, you either like it or you don't. It's like beer. It's an acquired taste. The dude has 4.84 million subscribers, so it must be something about him that people really like. Is it the stories? You know what I mean? Is it the narration of it? Maybe I might take a hit at actually looking at some of these ghost stories and breaking it. I don't know. I'm not going to do that, though, no, because that's his niche. So anyway, sorry, folks. This is not going to move me any kind of way, and I'll keep on putting the different types of videos up tonight. I think I am, depending on how this is all going. And I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm pretty sure that the chat is flying right now. Some of y'all that said y'all heard, y'all seen the show, y'all seen this. If you know of anybody out there that's a producer or anything with these shows, can you please tell them, give them this video and send it to them. I will go and stay in one of their homes or their warehouses and show real video of me just sitting there chilling. And I'll be doing live videos while I'm sitting in the house talking with you guys. And something behind me moves. I'm not going to be like, oh my God, what was that? I'm going to be like, yeah, it's one of the producers or somebody that's actually part of this thing that's throwing stuff in the background. So yeah. Oh, Tyler's camera. Get out of here. Come on now. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. If you really think you can find a video in here that can really just get me the willies or give me the chills, try your best. It doesn't happen for me, okay? Just like if somebody tried to challenge me not to laugh. Y'all know it doesn't happen. I'm zero in however many videos I did. I will not scare. So, sorry. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments below after this video. Do you have any scary stories? Anything like that you want to share? And don't forget, if you've been with this channel for a while and you like what I'm doing and what I've been doing, make sure you give the video a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe if you have forgotten. I don't know how to subscribe publicly. I don't know anything about it. But if you subscribe publicly, anytime you say anything, it comes directly to me versus me having to look at notifications to see what the comments are of the day. All right? I'm Ty Smith, Modern Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you through Jesus. I'm a survivor. I see this right here. You can subscribe by pressing this little thingy right here. And this video right here is going to lead you to the next reaction video. And this one right here is going to lead you to my own personal stuff, like my comedy stuff, do-it-yourself videos, etc., etc. Thank you. Moving on.